that's part of the agenda of kind of keeping everything under the rugs when you do dirt. So I'll go ahead and I'll jump right into it. I would like to thank everybody for coming and showing up. It means a lot to me and my family, so I'm not going to waste your time. Alan was born and raised here in the Heights. He was a loving and caring, memorable person. On October 17th of 2019, it was a normal day as Alan was leaving a friend's house to go pick up his daughter. He was stopped allegedly for not having his seatbelt. I implore you at this point in time, go check out the video for yourself. It's on YouTube. Alan Feliz is the name. They have the body cam footages where it shows the injustice of how these officers brutally murdered my brother with a single shot to the chest within the vehicle and then dragged his lifeless body out into the pavement, pantsless, in front of everyone to see at 3 o'clock, broad daylight. So please take a look at that so you can feel a little bit how I feel today. After they realized that Alan indeed did have his seatbelt, they apologized, but they still continued with the due diligence of finding out more and probing more. Alan was driving a rental vehicle, so that wasn't setting up any alarms or anything out of the ordinary. And they were already wrong about him not wearing his seatbelt. So they continued to run the information. Officer then quotes, he pops, which is lingo for them saying that he had an outstanding warrant. He then tells my brother that he is not in trouble, step out the vehicle, he just wants to have a word. Sure. So, as my brother didn't impose any threat to this officer, the officer calmly went to hand something over to a partner and then asks my brother to ensure that the vehicle's in park. My brother seems to go do that and check on the vehicle, and when he goes in the vehicle to make sure that the vehicle's in park, here comes the array of violence towards him. The officer on the driver's side, Edward Barrett, punches my brother into a pulp. On the other side, Jonathan Rivera, which is the officer who murdered my brother, shot 2 tasers directly into my brother, shocked him. My brother's not fighting he's not even fighting back. He's pretty much shelling himself, defending himself from all these attacks that are coming his way. After the officer lets go of 2 rounds of a lethal charge of his taser, thank you. He then proceeds to unholster his weapon and shoot my brother in the chest. Let me remind you that this happened on Bainbridge Avenue, half a block away from Mount Fiore Hospital. It seems that from all the stories that you guys are hearing here today, the NYPD has a shoot-to-kill mentality. Am I right? They're not giving us the opportunity to get away from their interaction with our life. From all the stories that I've heard, it was just countless moments that all these victims had with interactions with officers. My brother only had 120 seconds with the officers. I've heard people that had less, 3 seconds. It's crazy. So it's an agenda that they have. It's something that we have to change within the police structure. And $1 billion, that's chump change. That's chump change. We need to take everything that they have. Everything. As they took from us. What I want you guys to do is look to your left and look to your right and see how powerful you are. We can close down the Brooklyn Bridge. Thank you, Jumaane Williams. We can shut down City Hall. Whatever we put our minds to, we can accomplish, as long as we have each other. Once again, I'm here just to share my brother's story. It was a tragedy that me and my family shared, and we're still at a loss. My brother was a pillar in our family and also within our community. I have a ton of young boys back at my block that are craving to have somebody to provide the leadership that my brother once provided. So I urge you to keep fighting for us. Stay with us. This isn't a one-day march. This isn't a one-day fight. I'm sorry. I'm passionate. But you can only be passionate about the things you love. And I love my community just as much as I love my brother. Until we change the way we have this police system structure, there will be no change. My idea is that from the settlements that they try to give us and buy us out and buy our silence with, let's not take it from the law-abiding citizens' taxpayer money. Let's take it from the police pension. Let's see how they do after 60 years. We're not having a dollar to the ground. Thank you for your time. I love you. I love my community. Thank you.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! All right, up next we have Cecilia Diaz, the mother of Alvin Diaz, who will be speaking in Spanish and I'll be translating.
Mi nombre es Cecilia Díaz. Vengo de Hackensack, New Jersey.
Her name is Cecilia Diaz, and she's coming from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Y sabemos que no importa el color, no importa la raza. Los policías están abusando de toda la comunidad en el mundo entero, especialmente este país, que necesita más fuerza. Policía que no hagan su trabajo para afuera.
The police is oppressing people and killing people throughout the nation and throughout the world.
El 21 de mayo, 3 policías entraron a mi casa. Estaba mi hijo Elvin y mi otro hijo Kevin. Cuando entraron ellos a la casa, preguntaron por mí. ¿Creen ustedes que es un trabajo que la policía está haciendo?
¿Qué día fue? El 21 de mayo, the 21st of May, my bad. The 21st of May, the police enter her home looking for her. Do you guys think the police are working for them, for their community?
El sistema hoy día cambió el mundo entero.
The system today changed the world forever.
Porque Flor dijo, no puedo respirar. I can't breathe.
Because George Floyd said, I cannot breathe. I can't breathe.
Ese sistema que la policía usa cuando maltrata y mata una persona.
The system that the police use when they kill and mistreat people
Se tiene que cambiar. Y el mundo entero, por favor, justicia.
It has to end. That system has to end, and the world has to come together and demand justice.
Ese sistema que usan se tiene que voltear, ponerlo arriba de la mesa. Los gobernadores del país entero, por favor, el sistema arriba de la mesa y que cambien el sistema que ellos usan.
They have to come together, and we all have to come together and change this system and demand an end to police brutality.
El 21 de mayo, 3 policías entraron a mi casa y me mataron y me asesinaron a mi hijo de 11 balazos frente a mí.
That day, the police came. They came into her house and shot her son 3 times in front of... 11 times in front of her.
Cuando yo llegué a la casa, le dije por Miguel Molina, el sargento Miguel Molina, que recuerden ese nombre. Las autoridades, recuerden ese nombre, Miguel Molina. Le dije, baja la pistola. Y no me empujaron para otro cuarto con mi hijo y a mí y lo asesinaron.
When Miguel Molina? When Sergeant Miguel Molina came into the household, he had his weapon drawn. She asked him to lower his weapon. He instead forced her to go into a separate room while they assassinated her son.
Queremos justicia, justicia.
We want justice, justice.
Pueblo vencido, jamás será vencido.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Unido, jamás será vencido. Yo lo siento, la familia de Flor, que por ese caso está el mundo entero unido y que por ese caso estamos reunidos, todo el mundo, unidos seremos vencidos. Por favor, justicia, es lo que queremos, justicia y que no haga más caso.
United we're strong, and what we want is justice. And we want the end to police killings, the end to police brutality. Okay, next up, we have Noel Polanco's uncle, Moses Quinero.
My name is Moses Pinheiro, Noel Polanco's uncle. As you see, he was a United States National Guard. On October 4th of 2012, Noel was pulled over in the Grand Central. They said that he was driving erratically, but when they pulled him over, the officers came out, and out of the 4 officers, one of them said that he felt unsafe and pulled the trigger, shot my nephew. They dragged him out the car after they shot him, put him in the SWAT van. Don't know what they did to him. He was driving, and when they pulled him over, they said that he lowered down his hands, which wasn't true because he was with a passenger, and the passenger said that he always had his hands on the wheel. They said that he reached for a gun. There was no gun found, so they changed that, and they said that it was a drill that he reached for. There was no drill also found. The officer basically, all he got was he was suspended. That's it. So he took my nephew's life, and there was no justice. So I'm here because I don't want to see this happen again to any of your families. And no justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. No justice? No peace. Thank you.
Our streets, our blocks, we don't need these killer cops. Our streets, our blocks, we don't need these killer cops. Our streets, our blocks, we don't need these killer cops. Our streets, our blocks, we don't need these killer cops.
I want to be very clear. Well, we're going to start marching in about 10 minutes. No. And I just want to be very clear of the demands that we're asking today. We are demanding that Mayor de Blasio and the City Council defund NYPD. Mayor de Blasio and Commissioner Shea. Fire Wayne Isaacs for the killing of Delron Small and all officers who killed our loved ones and all those who have been abusing New Yorkers during protests and social distancing. Fire them all. Fire them all. You have the list? Okay. I want to thank Justice Committee for keeping us, the families, close to them. We're representing them today. They actually got us all here. I want to thank you for sticking by us and helping us. We. Okay, I'm a part of it. Okay, we. Thank you. I can't even thank you guys enough for the support. Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right, we're gonna bring up the Peace Poets one more time before we start marching.